guys good? Sorry, I took a seat. Do you want to see?
No, you got that. Pretty great.
They want us to start off with the team song and sing it.
Oh,
Ready?
I could do a solo if you really want.
No.
Oh no, we're all working.
So, we'll let you guys fire off.
Brian, you're WPIAL champs. Talk about it. How does it feel? This is a long time coming for this group.
It is. It's one of the more special moments, I think, coaching-wise, that I've ever had, because especially with this senior group, they've been through a lot, individually and together. But I love the fact that they stayed together and they battled through it. This is a year in waiting, but I love the fact that they weren't deterred and they came back strong and were able to be a champion with legitimate gold around their necks. I couldn't be more proud right now.
Brian, how much of a motivation was that loss in the semifinals that last year coming into this year?
Honestly, I think you'd probably have to ask them.
Who wants to take it?
I actually think that drove us in every game this year, in every practice, every conditioning workout we had. He always remember that salty taste in your mouth, and I honestly think every single one of us did. After that game, I just remember the silence in the locker room, and we heard them banging on the lockers, and the only thing I wanted to do was make them hear us bang on the lockers. I wanted it to be completely reversed, and I think seeing this around our necks is that exact thing. So.
I mean, you took down a dynasty. They had won 5 of the last 7, the defending champs. You know, they're a team that everyone always expects to be here and usually win it. So how's it feel to kind of, you know, prove that they can be beat?
Lauren's right to the point, so she's just going with the great comment.
That was the word of the day.
It was the word of the day. Here's a sub story. I know everyone always likes to try to have a sub story in what's going on. I don't know if people understand how much these girls have been through. Some of them have been battling some sickness pretty severely, but we had a mindset that we said no matter what we felt like when we got up, we're gonna say we're great and we're gonna month through it because we've been through there. And gotta thank God for giving us the courage to persevere. I love the fact that all of them, I invited them, they didn't have to come. They all came to the prayer session. I think it's poetic that there was only 20 medals and they should all go to the players. But I would say this is the medal I love to wear, and this means just as much to me as that gold around their neck. The fact that they embrace their faith is great, and that's one of the reasons why I love this team.
How far down that rosary did you get today?
Oh man, yeah. So I said one yesterday as a team. I said one last night before I went to bed, and one this morning, and I almost got the prayer beads out at halftime. I did wear it the whole game though, but no. The girls, I think we all had faith in one another, and that's the thing is they've been tested. And they've stepped up to the challenge, you know, and I think that was the benefit of having the schedule that we did early on and get ready for a lot of these type of games and these moments. And I don't think the moment was too big for them today. They performed.
You started off down 12-7 in that first quarter, and then everything changed, 14-0 run, and you never looked back from there. So how were you able to turn the tides there to hang on the rest of the way?
I'll let Ava and Lauren handle that one to start off.
Go ahead.
I think we knew going into it that they were going to come out swinging, and they had as much motivation to beat us as we had to beat them. And, you know, coming off of that rocky start, we just kind of regrouped and said, you know, this one's ours and we have to play like it is. And we got back up and we managed to win. So,
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, seed-wise, they're the What? I'm sorry, go ahead. Seed-wise, they're the underdogs, and they wanted to come out and prove that they were, but I think for our first time as a group being here, and they're however many times they've been here and played here, we knew that it was going to be difficult, but we knew that we just had to get through it and do it as a team.
And just to add on to that, before the game I actually listened to a song called Lean On Me, a lot of you might know, and we try and listen to music during practice to get in the flow of things and just play with the rhythm, and all I was thinking of was however the game goes, no matter if we're in rocky places, lean on each other. And before the game, our starting 5 huddles together, and we just tell each other, be you, don't do too much. And when we were down in the beginning, I just kept reminding myself, don't get down, keep going, lean on each other, and just play as a team, and we came out on top.
Yeah, it's kind of how I kind of share with them a lot of times. I almost played this as like a movie. And so there's times that the aux or whoever's on the music, it just a perfect song happens, and they get around and they start singing or they start dancing, or Berger looks like a ballerina. And so, but it's nice. It's those moments that you kind of just step back and you just take it all in for a moment. It just reminds you of a movie. It's special because like you're here to compete, right? You're here to compete, and when you're out in between the lines, man, you get focused in. But to the same respect, it's got to be fun. And these girls do a great job of having that fine line. Maybe some of them go over the line, but have a fine line of making sure when it's time to get to work, they get to work. And come game day, they're always ready to get to work. So.
Brian, talk about how you were able to use your bench in this game, because your bench rotation was really good. You got pretty quality bench points.
Yeah, we definitely did. I know Bella and Avery were able to come in. I think Bella had 8 points in the first half, and it's tough coming off the bench. And we knew that. We knew coming into this game we had some possibly fatigue issues or something like that. So, and with immediate timeouts, it was going to be important for us to go ahead and get people to get their jitters out, get some bench people in, and get them used to that rotation and get them into the game. And it's something that this team's always been great about, is no one's selfish on this team. They understand if someone's hot, they're going to get them the ball. And we all have our day and we all have our off day. And that's why they're here with gold around their neck. There's no one person. Good luck, right? Come in, and who knows? One night it might be Bailey. One night it might be Ava. I don't think anyone would have saw Ava with 16 tonight. But we trusted her, and we've seen it at practice, and we know that. You know what I mean? That's the part that's beautiful about it, is these girls represent what the game should be. And I'm not saying other people don't, but I love the fact that they play team basketball defensively and offensively, and it's beautiful to watch. And I'm just so proud to be a coach.
Ava, could you see yourself with 16 tonight?
No, I'm never worried about how many points I score. I just come in and I know my job on the court is to defend, and that's what they look for me, and whatever comes on offense just comes with it. So.
Ava, you and Lauren, I mean, the two leading scorers on the day, but you also had 7 rebounds. Lauren, 15 boards, 5 blocks. So doing the dirty work and scoring right how does that feel to put up those numbers in the big game?
It feels great. It feels so great to just be here right now.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we had to rebound. We knew that's what was going to get us the game, keep us in second chance points and get rid of their second chance points, and I think we did it well.
You knew they were going to collapse down on you. How did you kind of react to that, and especially early on, kind of establish the thing for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps knowing how they play. They always do that, and I know I have good shooters around the arc, and even good girls that are going to back cut for me and just get open. I trust my teammates, so if I don't have my shot, I know they will.
Kind of going off what you guys were talking about. I mean, you had 3 double-digit scores, 8 points off the bench. What ended up working after that first quarter offensively for you guys?
Them just being them. And like they said, we understand that for us to succeed, it's just us being ourselves. Don't try to do more, don't try to do less, don't settle for less. I love the fact that she didn't know how many points she has, right? It's not about that. It's not going out there, hey, I gotta get a double-double tonight or whatever. Lauren didn't know she had 15 rebounds. It felt like she had every rebound. It was great. Thank God she's wearing a Norwin uniform.
Sure.
But it's something that, you got to give the girls a lot of credit for, just going out there and battling, and it's them. I would like to say it's a magic button. Well, correction. I got to tell you, there's a gentleman that's not here that should be recognized, and that's Coach O. Coach Ostrate is doing a phenomenal job of in-game adjustments, calling the plays. He's our offensive coordinator. And what he does is he just keeps everyone making sure at dead ball situations, we know what we're doing on the inbound, we know what we're doing in the transition, we know what we're doing as our next walk-up situation. And the girls are doing a nice job of being able to mentally be prepared for that. And that's a solid fact that unfortunately I wish he was up here with us. But
Another key to the game, the free throw shooting. You went 16 for 18 from the line. Lauren was 8 for 9. Is that something that you're used to seeing from the
No. No, we're not used to seeing that at all. It's something we've been trying to fix for a long time. I've been looking and searching for ideas to try to get our foul shooting percent, because we know it's one of our weaker points, and we try. But now again, let's give credit to some of the JV kids that aren't up here with us right now. And that's what I told them out there before I put the medal around their neck. They're still coming to practice, and there's times at practice there's nothing more than them to do than be a rebounding machine, basically. And so we got our girls rotating between hoops to change environment, and their JVs are rebounding for them, and they're able to get the foul shots in. All those little things add up, and that makes it special. That's what a team does. It's not always about, unfortunately, getting everybody up here, but it takes everybody to get this around our necks to be able to have a championship.
Is there anything specifically you did differently, since you know that team so well? Any wrinkles that you added offensively or defensively that you saw come to fruition?
I prayed 3 rosaries instead of 1. No, because you know, we both have little things here and there that we would do. We're not going to necessarily disclose everything. And honestly, I would tell you the one that I think I came up with. I don't know if it worked so well. Coach O's, they worked better. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to over-fabricate the game, though. It comes back to the trust factor. We understand what these girls are capable of doing, and we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just got to do what we do and do it well. I love what Vince Lombardi used to say. Go to the line of scrimmage, tell the other team what you're going to run. Then tell the other team, try to stop us. And that's the attitude you got to have. It's not about trying to trick everyone all the time. It's about being able to out-execute the other team, even if they know what's coming. And that's where, I mean, good luck trying to rip a ball out of Lauren's hand. I think she actually threw someone down today whenever they had a tie-up. It's because it's God-given strength, Coach Jasko, her work ethic, everything that goes with it. And so it's, it's just executing what you do and do that well.
You feel like the pendulum has swung your way in that rivalry. It's such a great rivalry, but it's like all Norwin this year.
I'm gonna let Bailey actually volunteered to talk about that, so I'm definitely gonna let her talk.
I would not say it's a pendulum swinging our way. I would say that we refuse to be outworked, and I think that's been one of our themes since day one. I remember a conditioning workout, and he got into us a little bit, and he's like, you guys need to work harder. I need more out of you. And I feel like ever since that day, something switched with us. No matter if we were shooting foul shots, we were always trying to go 70%. Like, we were keeping track. No matter if we were playing against a teammate one-on-one and it was our best friend, we were trying to take the ball off of them. Like, it was constant competing in practice and making each other better. And that's what I truly believe. And coming here, we both know that we offensively and defensively are great. We know NA is the same way. It came down to the gritty plays. Diving on the floor, KB, first quarter, didn't even think about it. She put her body on the line. She's going to have bruises tomorrow, but she doesn't care. Lauren going up and getting hands in the face, getting a ball for a rebound. Ava Christopher jumping through a trap of people, just trying to get the ball loose for one of us to grab it. It's things like that we knew would help us come out on top. We knew they were going to hit shots, and we were too, but it was the ones who got those second chance rebounds and who worked hard for those gritty plays that I actually think won the game. It could go either way, but our dedication to not be outworked, I think, is what's helping us throughout the whole entire season.
Ava, I know you and Alexa, your grandpa Robert was one of your biggest fans, right? You think it's safe to say he's looking down with a smile today?
Yeah. And I'm actually going to spend the weekend with my grandma because my sister will be out of town for a soccer tournament. So, this was all he wanted for us, and to be able to see it come true for him is just a dream that I've had for a long time.
So we've had some situations, unfortunate, with Ava's grandfather, and then we also had a special night the other night. So we wanted to represent and reflect on our grandparents and the people that got us here. And so that's the thing that's beautiful about these girls is they stay together, and it is a family environment. And man, when you play with love and you play for one another as a family, you can't be stopped. And that's what we tell them. Don't get us wrong. We like to compete and maybe have a little, I don't want to, respectful hatred. I don't like hate. I don't like the word hate. I'm trying not to use it. Competitiveness, that's a great word. But I think more importantly, what we've been trying to instill in each other is the fact that, if you hate something, well, after a while, that gets old. But if you love something, that never gets old. And so when you love each other and you love your teammates, that's what gets you the gold. Not just in this game, not just in a basketball season. That's what gets you a gold in life. And you're going to be content. You're going to be happy the rest of your life. And it's great to see these girls be able to have a moment to reflect on, to keep that as a life lesson.
And to add on to that, today before we came in the gym, Coach Bro had us holding our teammate's hand with our eyes closed and envisioning that we were holding somebody else's hand and not our teammates. And I will say I deviated from the narration. And for me, I was picturing my grandfather holding my hand and that he was there with me the whole time, and that's not what I was supposed to be picturing. However, that was for me kind of what I was playing for in this night, and so I'm just glad thank God we won.
Real quick, guys, talking with NA and Spencer, he kind of touched on a little bit and tipped his cap to just this team and the cohesiveness of this group, you know, the way they share the ball and just play together, which, you know, you don't see at that kind of a level too often in high school. I mean, is that really the recipe for this team's success? I know you have great players, but it just seems like it's just a whole team, you know, it's not one or two players.
It's a perfect recipe. You know what I mean? It's not putting the same ingredient into a cake and coming out with something. Like, you can't make an apple pie and just put apples in it. You need the apples, you need the flour, you need the eggs, you need the sugar, you need a little bit of everything. A little like hint is we put like lemon juice in it. It's good. But if you look across this board, this is all the different ingredients. You got a point guard that controls the ball. It's going to be scrappy on defense. You got a defender that's now growing into an offensive person. You got a girl that can shoot the lights out of the ball and defend. You got another girl that can create like no other and has a phenomenal quarterback career in flag football. You got our one here that, you know, we miss her deeply, but man, you talk about the dedication. Like that's when you're tired on a court, you look over and think about how Kendall would do anything to be on that court. It's great. Obviously, Lauren, you got her size. You got Ava's durability to be able to go inside, outside, and then Avery's got the capability of being that size mismatch that can possibly go inside, outside, shoot from the outside, get you pretty rebound. They're not the same player, but man, when you put them in together, it just makes a beautiful dessert. Everything was going good till the end. You guys can edit that out and put any better ending in that you want. Yeah. We'll just leave it. I do like baking, by the way.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I'm delirious. I haven't really slept in a long time. Yeah. By the way, if you do want to ask about Ava, when we were, I kept on having a mental flip with it, but I kept on saying 2013 for some reason was the championship we were playing for, and it's 2023, 2024. That's our joke. We'll get it later. We'll remember that. Is that all?